One might wonder, why are there so many hidden problems, issues, concerns and crimes in our nation? Is our government not aware of these problems? If they're not aware, it would be easy, because all we need is to help them see, understand, and be sufficiently aware to get those problems resolved and eliminated. But as we do that, we realize that there were more problems because they were identified and reported, but nothing gets done. Problems are thrown into an abyss, only to be forgotten and ignored. At this tier, it would show us more deep-rooted issues of our nation and how things are run. After all, should these problems be forgotten, there would be no problem at all. Every citizen that goes through the pitfall simply need to count themselves unfortunate and take it in their stride to learn a good experience. Should these complaints get persistent, they simply need to be classified as failing to meet the requirements of reporting. How they do it is really ingenious, because all they need to do is just to reject and classify all the reports as unqualified, and hence it fails to be recorded as problems that needed to be solved. There are a number of techniques that they deploy, which we will cover another day. The question then gets interesting: would things go wrong after a while? After all, it is like a criminal being arrested for legal infringements, and as soon as they are captured, they are released back into the community once the whistleblowers walk away? Would unsuspecting public members eventually come to realize that they are in serious danger? These problems of management bring about another tier of problems. The white-collar crimes would scale, and the criminals will mostly walk away scot-free due to system of law that we are having. Our legal system is decentralized into two sections, namely the investigation side and the enforcement side. All it takes is for one side to fail, and public justice would only exist in name. Many a times they could spare crooks and punish innocents, or they may show compassion to the guilty and enforce extremities to those who are not guilty. At the end of the day, the caveat emptor scheme should be revisited. Those who defraud others legally gets away, and those who were defrauded had to be reprimanded for assuming that others are not out to cheat. But the same system is requesting of everyone to be trusting and believe in the system and not to question. The difference in standards for different people in this system may not be because of compassion or to give room for innocence and misjudgment. It might be because there are people with influential means, or they were part of the management of this system. Yet this problem exists today in many different governments, whether they are communism, democratic, or otherwise. We are very much the recipients of our own doing. When we fail to take responsibility for accountability, everything slides and fails. Do we even dare to speak up? Or do we mutter to ourselves when no one is around, as if we are deranged? Are we sitting ducks or ostriches that bury our head into the ground and feel good about it? Are we educated enough to understand whether it is a democracy or communism, that authority actually belongs to the people and citizens, but is only delegated to the stewards? Are your national stewards taking away the rights of many and turning the governance into a dictatorship? While causes for Ukraine-Russian war arose, did anyone stand up for this?